Good timing, God.
Yeah.
Once again,
Let me clear my throat.
we back. One more time. What we gotta do in the beginning, cuzzo?
Disclaimer time. Real quick.
Listen, we not here to offend anybody. Your race, religion, creed, sexual orientation,
Your work
your
orientation.
work orientation, none of that. If we offend you, well, your skin's too soft. Gotta toughen up.
Put your skirt
Write your
down.
comment down with a number 2 pencil on a piece of white paper with 3 holes. Fold the paper up into that little
Into a
triangle,
ninja star.
into a ninja star triangle joint, and drop it in the box on the corner, the blue box with the bird on the side. We're gonna get it. Don't worry about it. No stamp needed. I appreciate it. Disclaimer over. How was that week?
Oh, man. The week was pretty good. It was a long weekend.
It was a long weekend.
It's going to be another long weekend.
It is gonna be another long weekend.
At least the weather's looking good.
It's gonna rain tomorrow, I think. Listen, for those of you who listen first time, whatever.
Fifth time, sixth
Fifth time, 10th
You
time.
already know.
Every Saturday, well, this brunch is sponsored by this brunch.
This
I'm
brunch.
bugging.
It ain't even Tuesday. You
This
talking about a brunch.
podcast. This podcast is sponsored by the Hangover Brunch at Jimmy's NYC every Saturday. Jimmy's is on 38th between 7th and 8th.
Yes.
Gotta have sponsors nowadays, you know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for these sponsors to cut a check.
Yeah.
Somebody DM Malik Lotta and tell him to cut a check.
Yeah.
Easy.
We're not talking about the old school sponsors, you know.
Nah.
You just look out for you. You had a little addiction.
Exactly.
They talk about them type of
Nah.
the sponsors.
Had a little problem going on.
Yeah.
You're addicted to something. You know what's so crazy though is that the more like I realize that I'm getting old, and I
True.
start looking around, and I start saying to myself, "Damn, the more things change, the more they stay the same."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
When I'm in a city, or when I'm in my hood, or I'm from Queens, by the way. Stand up.
Y'all
If
can sit
I'm in the
down now.
Bronx, wherever I'm at, you start looking around and you start saying to yourself, "Damn, I'm not that old. Like I'm 36. Like, but I'll be like, damn, I remember when this building was there. And now it's a condo. Or I remember when this was an empty lot for 20 years. Now it's houses. Like,
that sound
know
like
what
the
I'm
whole
saying?
Bronx.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start looking around, thinking to yourself, damn, I used to run around over there, or nobody used to even want to go walk on that side of the street
Yeah.
because it was an empty lot and it was just
Or that side of the street was the dog shit street.
right. You know what I'm saying? That's where everybody walked their dog, shit, and left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now it just seems like shit just be changing. But the more shit changes, the more it stays the same. Because even though those things are changing, when you start looking, you start saying to yourself, well, these niggas is dressing, they want to dress like the 80s and the 90s, my nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all right, I was born in the 80s. I guess I was raised in the 90s. Well, the 80s and the 90s.
Okay.
But one thing I want to throw out there for anybody young listening, we never wore these tight jeans, my nigga.
Yeah.
Our jeans was not this tight.
Yeah,
huh?
they were.
Nah,
Yeah, they were.
not this
They were
tight.
tight.
Your jeans was fitted because your mother was buying them shits, and she wanted them to fit. They wasn't tight. They just fit. These niggas walking around. I don't think they could pull these pants up. That's why they sagging. You know what I'm saying? But you start looking at
This is
that.
leggings, nigga.
Right. with fashion, you start looking and you start saying to yourself, yeah, the more shit changed, the more it stayed the same. Like people wearing fila right now.
Fila was popping.
Fila was popping back then. Remember Grand Hill?
Yeah.
Remember them Grand Hills had the filas?
He brought Fila back.
Yeah.
He brought Fila to the basketball community.
Right.
He brought that to the basketball community.
Niggas was wearing filas back then. Them Grand Hills was selling out. Remember they had the white one with the blue stripe, blue patent leather looking stripe going up both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those Grand Hill definitely brought fila to a basketball point and to the hood. More to the hood too.
Nah, they was popping in the hood too.
You know what I'm saying? But you start looking, niggas is wearing full fila outfits.
That's the 80s, nigga. Niggas was doing that in the 80s.
Right? Niggas is wearing, now, I want to, one more time. I'm 36. 36 years of my life, I ain't had a fanny pack, my man. That little pack, that's a fanny pack.
That's a granny pack.
Right. And you know who used to wear those? When I was young, either the old ladies going to bingo or the early bird special or something like that.
Yeah.
In their walking outfits, their big ass glasses, or the muscle white dudes with the stringy tank tops and the jean shorts.
Sidebar: one of my managers used to wear a fanny pack to work every day with the cut off biker shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
She swore she with a hoodie on. Right. She swore she was killing.
So either they had the jean shorts with the white old man looking double wide with sneakers that always seem to come in white with a navy blue bottom, and the tank top with the stringy top around your arms. They just thought they was real muscle men. You know what I'm saying? And they had a fanny pack. And every once in a while, or you get the I mean, this is old school. They definitely, I mean, they still do this, but not to the same degree they were doing it before. The bike messenger dudes.
Yeah.
The bike messenger dudes used to have the fanny packs on with the white man can't jump.
The flipper hat.
Whitney, Whitney. The Wesley Snipes hat.
Yeah.
With that on, with the biker shorts, with the tights on underneath.
Yeah.
Never understood that. That was crazy.
You know who used to wear who kept the fanny pack popular too? The people who saw the coquitos. The little ice people.
Oh, the ice lady?
Yeah.
Hell,
Always had a fanny pack.
Her money was.
Right in the
Little
fanny
did
pack.
we know she had $1,000 in that fanny pack. Back in the days, niggas was doing stupid shit like robbing a Chinese delivery man. This lady walking around with $1,000. 50 cent icy, cherry.
That's what ices was a quarter.
50 cent for the larger one.
Yeah. She's $5.
$1 right now for the small shit.
For the small.
For the small one, pause, it's $1.
Yeah. Outrageous.
My daughter from school, she want an icy, it's $1.
Every single day she want an icy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, what? $1?
Not even. See, your daughter, she want the small one. My daughter, she want the 250 one.
And the lady's still saying the same thing. Cherry, mango,
Cherry,
mango,
cocoa?
rainbow, cherry, cocoa, rainbow, mango, cherry, cocoa, mango, rainbow.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Again, we not talking about nobody's race, religion.
I mean, if
you're from New York,
you know
that Dominican or Puerto Rican lady or whatever she's from.
That was Mexican. That was a Mexican.
Not a lot of them was Mexican. Some of them was. Remember, you get the old Puerto Rican lady.
Yeah, you're right.
Or the old Dominican lady who really didn't speak too much English. Always had her hair in a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
Always stood next to the crossing guard, talking to the crossing guard because she ain't had nothing to do all day.
Exactly.
And she had the fanny pack. And she used to have the leather fanny pack.
Crossing guard, yep.
She used to have the leather fanny pack. Then them shit start coming in colors and all that. But again, the more shit change, the more it stay the same. Now you look up, niggas is wearing fanny packs. What are them shit supposed to really be called? Pouches?
Merces?
Burses?
That's what they call them, merces?
I've been calling it a fanny pack my whole life.
Yeah.
I probably heard somebody
Before
say
we
that
get
shit.
off that icy shit, I want to drop a little note because this was a great entrepreneur move back then when ices was popping. My man, moms used to sell ices outside of the window
Making a
on the
killing.
second floor, my nigga. Outside of the window. So the kids would be like, Mariana, Mariana. And she'd come to the window. She had the sand, the sand boat, shit they used to bring on the beach.
The bucket.
Yeah, the bucket, the
beer
sand.
bucket.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Drop it down on a string. Put your money there. What icy you want? Give her your icy.
Word?
Yeah, my
I
nigga.
ain't gonna say we had that in my hood. We ain't had that. We definitely ain't had that in my hood. We had like the icy people. The same icy lady. Word. The same icy lady. We had the same Mr. Softy truck
Yeah.
and the same Good Humor truck. And
All right.
one time the Good Humor truck came down the Mr. Softy man block. Mr. Softy hopped out with the Good Humor nigga ass. This is my grandmother way. Mr. Softy hopped out, whipped the Good Humor nigga ass. He never came back down them blocks again.
This motherfucking.
I used to
that's
have
my
to
block,
walk up a
nigga.
block up if I wanted to get humor. And I mean, this is I mean, we just gonna reminisce and we're gonna jump in and out of topics with this
Yeah.
one. But what I do remember was, no lie, I used to, when I was a kid, I was really like,
Fat.
I was always fat. Nigga, I'm still fat. That ain't nothing new. Been fat my whole life. So if I call you fat, understand I'm fat anyway.
Just fat recognizing
I ain't got to
fat.
carry my casket. So what I do remember with the Mr. Softy truck was when I grew up a little poor. So when we could afford it, he didn't take food stamps. When we could afford it, I used to get I was really heavy into wrestling when I was a kid.
Oh, the Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk Hogan. The wrestling joint. With the cookie dough outside. It's the WWF.
Yeah.
With the cookie dough outside and the vanilla inside.
Yeah.
It was cookie dough on the front, chocolate on the back,
Yeah.
and vanilla insides.
Yeah, we had the same thing in the Bronx. Yep.
And the cards used to come inside the box.
Yep.
Matter of fact, and the cards used to come inside the box. It did.
Hell yeah.
I should used to have Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
Coco
Kong,
Beware,
King Kong Bundy, Jake the Snake.
Macho Man Randy Savage,
Ooh, yeah.
and Elizabeth. You got a bad card, you fuck around and get the Bumblebee brothers and shit like that. You was madder than the motherfucker. Nah, man. This ice cream ain't no good, man. I
Let's
need
get the
another one, man.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, the Honky Tonk Man or some shit like that. You be sick.
Oh,
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw
It was a
Jim
nigga
Duggan
that
was
used to
good
have the
looking.
Rowdy Piper.
Yeah.
That shit used to be what? I used to look forward to that. When I had some money, because I grew up poor.
Yeah.
And again, he
I
didn't
remember.
take food stamps, nigga.
Yeah.
I used to be right
Those-
there.
And we talking
Ain't
about the booklet time.
Oh yeah. We ain't talking about the card. Y'all
We
niggas
talking about
new with
EBT.
this card.
Yeah.
It's new. You go to a grocery store. Niggas be fronting at the grocery store with their card, cause you don't know if a nigga used his card or he used the debit, cause you got to enter a pin.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about when you used to have to rip the booklet, open the booklet and
Yeah.
rip a 10 out. Rip it. How much, man? How much?
Yeah.
40, 48, 35.
All right. I got you.
So,
So,
it's a 20.
now, after
two
$30,
tens.
you had to come with the booklet.
Yeah.
You couldn't just rip it out. You had
Unless
to
they
show
knew
it
you.
in front of them.
If they knew you, then they fuck
you
with
have to
you.
show
And you
them
be
in
all
front
right.
of you.
I'm talking about back when you could get credit at the store. Nigga.
Shit, that was the shit. God damn.
You know what record always bring me back to my childhood, bro?
What's that?
That Ghostface record.
All that I had with
Yo, bro.
you.
If that nigga wasn't talking about my life, I don't know what he was talking about, bro. Listen.
You know
Cousin
what-
gonna listen to this, he gonna be mad. Niggas be like, ain't nobody want to sleep with John. He peed the bed.
Damn, John.
What? I'm talking about that record. I used to have to go to Gloria's house with a note.
Mm-hmm.
My Gloria's name was Sandra. I lived in 2B. She lived in 1B. She lived in 1A. And she used to bake cakes. One thing I like the lady that you said in your building with the shit.
So the ices.
Her hustle was cakes. She was like, I don't know if she was Puerto Rican or Dominican or something, and she made cakes.
She was Baker Rican.
What? She would make everything. Wow, cakes going out of her crib. That's all she ever did. From when I was a child,
Yeah.
she still lived in that building and still making cakes, bro. No bullshit. She made the cake for my son's first birthday party. That nigga 15 now.
Yeah.
She's still making cakes, bro. And I used to go to her, and she would see me, and she would, like, her English wasn't too great, but she would always just be like, Andres, you hungry? What's a cake? Oh, I make cake. She used to be like, oh, I make cake extra, too much. Take a piece. Nigga, I be on the steps, little fat nigga busting that cake down. You understand? I ain't even want to take the cake in the house. Nigga, I ain't want nobody asking for me. I be on the steps busting that cake down. Let's clear this up. Hold on. Not the outside steps, nigga. The steps in the buildings. Yeah. No, nobody from outside seeing me in one of the piece, nigga.
That may be the only time you could say I had my cake in 82.
I'm telling you, God. Word. But she did. That was her hustle. Shit, still her hustle. She was selling cakes. No bullshit. But that song, every time I hear that shit, bring me back to my childhood, my nigga. That's crazy. One song.
It used to be a dude in Harlem on St. Nick. Was that St. Nick? I believe that was St. Nick. Douglas. It was on Douglas. Douglas or St. Nick. Mr. Roberts, I believe that was his name. He used to take pictures. This was before Numero Uno. You ever heard of Numero Uno?
Yeah.
On 116.
That's old school too.
It used to be a dude. The nigga used to take pictures in his house. Like, the nigga shit was fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Everybody had a little baby picture.
Exactly.
Everybody with them hard ass shoes. That's back when you ain't wear Jordans.
Yeah.
It's young niggas ain't understand. Yeah. I'm talking about back when your moms used to bronze your first shoes and all that. Okay?
Oh shit.
I'm talking about you just got a pair of bronze shoes for no reason sitting somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But plastic on couches and shit like that. But nah, I definitely remember that ice cream truck. I definitely remember. I only really eat vanilla ice cream. Every once in a very blue moon, I would get an ice cream cone. I would always get that wrestling shit, bro.
Yeah.
Always. I open that shit up. I'd be looking for the card before I ate the ice cream.
See what you got. And the wrestlers used to be on the ice cream too.
Yeah. He would be on the ice cream on the front of the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's back, you're right, that's back when it was WWF.
They still sell ice cream, but they don't sell
that shit. Listen, anybody out there want to send me a case of them shits, I'm taking it. All right? That's payment. No problem. I swear, if you know somewhere that's still making them shits, man, listen. They probably steal it in the motherfucker, but, you know.
I believe they still making them shits. I don't think it's
so.
the same
I've
wrestler.
never seen that shit.
That's a hustle. Like, why would you stop doing that?
I don't know why you would stop. Just
probably because it converted to WWE.
But remember, they went bankrupt for a while.
Yeah.
They stopped for a while. Wrestling used to be my shit. I ain't gonna lie. Hulk Hogan used to be my favorite wrestler. Nigga
Ultimate Warrior used to be my favorite wrestler.
He wind up his arm and put it by his ear and listen to the crowd.
Yeah.
He had the dumbass leg drop that just killed the nigga. I was just telling my son, because he was watching wrestling, I was just telling my son, I said, you don't understand, because they showed a clip of when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
I said, you don't understand
that.
how epic that was
You absolutely
when I was a kid. kid, my nigga.
Absolutely right.
Nobody had ever lifted it.
Yeah.
And during the match, he tried to lift him like twice.
It didn't work, yep.
And it didn't work. So he pumped himself up.
He got that second win.
He got that.
Yeah. He got the Hulkamanias.
Yeah, exactly. He used to be in the he used to be in the interview with what's the nigga name?
Mean Gene. Well, you know Mean Gene. You couldn't start up a conversation unless you said, well, you know Mean Gene.
You be in there, bro. My mom's want to whip my ass. I be in there trying to rip T-shirts and shit. When the Hulkamanias come, what you gonna do when these 38 pythons come for you, brother? Yo, bro. I be in the crib wilding. You understand?
Who's popping now? Wrestling.
I be in the crib with white underwears on, looking
Oh,
like
looking
wanting them
gay.
shits to be yellow, looking gay.
Gay in the yard.
Had a fucking ribbon around my head. I used to be in the crib running from wall to wall, acting like they was the ropes.
That nigga, he took fashion
What?
to a whole nother level. The nigga had the shirt, the tassel shirt,
Yo,
with a headband from the
I would
sleeve.
put the fucking like anything. If I had a bear, big ass bear, or a pillow or
You
whatever.
had a big ass bear.
Listen, my mom's might have had.
Nigga had a big ass
Let me
bear.
clear this up. My mother might have had
Hold
a
on.
bear or something. My aunt or something like that.
No, what you meant is a big ass cup of beer. That's what you may have had. That's what you meant to say.
I put them shits on the floor. Nigga, I start huffing and puffing, pumping my arms and shit, throwing my hands next to my ears to listen to the crowd.
You
Now,
was,
here niggas, you start. Then somebody, I act like nigga hit me and it don't phase them.
this nigga had a wild imagination. That's what you had growing
I'm
up.
telling you, my nigga, I run up from one wall. He never did the leg drop on one
Yeah.
rope.
He go
He
to the
ran
second
from one
rope. Yep.
To the other rope, and then he come back, hit you with that leg. Boom. Pin you. Ding, 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 ding. It was over. I'm telling you, my nigga, I was in the crib wilding. Now it's different. Now they
Who they got?
put on
John
shows
Cena.
on.
Did John Cena come back? I
I
seen.
think John Cena's still wrestling. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. My son be watching it. My nephew, Ty. Brock Lesnar.
I know they was talking about bringing the Rock
But
back.
you know what's so crazy? The Rock be coming back because,
Yeah.
like we said, the more shit change, the
shit
more it stay the same. I was just leaving my mom's crib, and my nephew was there watching it with my son, and Rey Mysterio got in the ring.
Rey Mysterio.
And I was like, yo, how is this nigga still alive, bro? How?
Why would he get in the ring?
He was wrestling. He's back wrestling, bro. It's like these niggas must just spend all their money, go broke,
Yeah.
come back to wrestling.
Wrestling's still giving out checks.
Checks.
The crazy shit is Rock. His family was wrestling before him.
Yeah. Yep.
I think who was this?
I don't remember.
Jim. It wasn't Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Nah. But he had family that was wrestling.
It wasn't E Honda. It was one.
Remember Bam Bam Bigelow,
Bam
Jake the
Bigelow.
Snake. Nigga put that Mr. Perfect.
Oh shit! I sampled that record. I'm gonna do it over just because you brought that up. The
And-
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun,
Mr. Perfect.
dun, dun,
And
dun, dun.
oh shit. The Money Nigga.
I might put that in the
Who
comments.
was the Money Nigga?
Hold on, I might put that put it in the comments when I sample that record because somebody rapped over it. I might put it in the comments for the people so they can hear. That shit was probably like in 2002, 2003, probably.
Who rapped over it?
Yeah.
Who was the Money Nigga? He used to come out there with Virgil.
You talking about what's the nigga name?
Can't remember the Money Nigga to say.
The $1 Billion Boy.
$1 Billion Man.
Yeah, the $1 Billion Man.
Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase. $1 Million Man. Ted DiBiase. He used to come out there and hit niggas with money.
Yeah. What is DiBiase? That's Italian?
That's Italian. And he used to have Virgil, the black guy, with him.
Yeah. The bodyguard.
The bodyguard. Macho Man had Elizabeth.
Jake had the snake.
Yeah, Jake had the snake. Pause. It was crazy.
That's gay.
That
Pause.
was gay. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Oh, I'm so glad we got that recorded.
Nigga said the bush had the whackers.
Nigga said Jake had the snake. Oh,
shit.
man. Coco Beware had that bird.
Yeah, Coco Beware had the birds.
Yeah. Hacksaw Jim Ducken had the hacksaw,
the 4x4.
The 4x4.
Yeah.
Who else had a prop like that?
What they got now?
They don't even do shit like that now. Like with the props, ain't no Jake the Snakes or nothing like that. I remember like a little later on, I was getting old, I was getting a little out of it, but then you had like Razor Ramon. Nigga used to throw the toothpick at you.
Mm-hmm.
But that was whack because it was a toothpick. You know, I watched the special on YouTube. A lot of them niggas is crackheads.
Yeah, a lot of them niggas is dope heads.
Yeah. Jake the Snake smoked straight crap.
Yeah.
He sold the snake and all that.
I think, matter of fact, I think that was the sample for Back to Back that they used with the Undertaker, if I'm not wrong.
The Undertaker had Paul, what was his name? Paul something.
I forgot his name too.
He died.
It wasn't Paul Orndorff. Paul Orndorff was a wrestler.
Yeah. That dude died.
I think that was the sample for Back to Back for the Undertaker record.
But yeah, I was big on
I
that.
might be wrong.
I was definitely big on wrestling, but it died out. And then when it came
died
back,
out for us.
right? No, but I'm saying when they went bankrupt,
What they
then
did,
they came back.
they put their money into that glow. They said, "Hey, let's." I think somebody want to see some ladies wrestle.
right? Oh shit,
Was terrible.
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 Remember they had the real big bitch. I don't even remember her name. It was like it might have been Big Bertha or something like that. Yo,
That was
shit
terrible
was
with a capital T.
Terrible. Oh, you know who used to always make fun of that shit? Married with Children.
Yeah. Yep. Al Buddy.
That was my shit too. Yeah. Married with Children? That nigga did not want to have sex with his wife for nothing.
That's a lot of niggas' stories.
That's a lot of niggas' stories. But that nigga used to run. I'm talking about what? That bitch never cooked. She was home all day.
Never clean.
First of all, let's just think about that for a second. They used to complain that the nigga was a shoe salesman.
Yeah.
But he was the only nigga working.
Yeah.
In the whole house.
Until Kelly got a job. The bills. Kelly got a job later on.
But obviously that job's good enough to pay all the bills.
Yeah.
Now they had that Dodge, that fucked up ass Dodge. I remember the nigga I remember the episode they went to the car wash, they cleaned it, they thought they lost it.
Yeah. They thought they lost the car. Oh shit.
The nigga used to always get on the next door neighbor.
Yeah, Marcy.
Nigga talk about how flat chested she was.
You know what's crazy? I seen an episode not an episode, but a YouTube video recently how they really didn't fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, in real life, they didn't fuck with each other. She was gay in real life.
Oh, I can see that. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
You heard the disclaimer in the beginning.
You heard him say it. That wasn't me. She's gay in real life. So she had a wedding and she didn't invite him. she was inviting like people on the cast and everything, and she did invite him and somebody else. Like I think I don't know what the nigga was doing, but he was behind the cameras, behind the scene nigga, and they was just like, yo, like damn, she ain't invite us to the wedding, and she approached them and told them why she didn't invite them to the wedding. She was like, because I think y'all would have made fun of me to see me in a suit.
Oh, I'd have definitely made fun.
And they made fun of her after she said that.
That was my shit. He been working a long time too.
This nigga been working forever, nigga.
It went from one good show that went for real long
Yeah.
to fucking Modern Family, which
Yeah.
has been on for years now. All
Yep.
them kids grew up. Them niggas is in
What
college.
is it, season 9, I believe they on? And that shit is hilarious.
Yo, I was watching that shit yesterday.
Hilarious.
That shit is hilarious. If you don't watch Modern Family, give yourself a break and watch that shit.
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious. I was watching the episode where they went on the boat to see the eclipse.
Oh, that's this season.
And they went out on the little boat.
Yeah.
And his dress got stuck in the engine.
Yeah.
Shit ripped off. He was naked. He jumped in the water talking about the sun. Yo, bro, that shit is hilarious. But yeah, You Married with Children used to be one of my favorite shows too when I was a kid. I watched a lot of TV. I ain't gonna lie. I used to stay up.
That shows you
all
shit changed,
night.
but it stays the same.
Shit changed, but it stays the same.
Nigga still funny than a motherfucker.
Right, exactly. Shit changed, but it stays the same. You know, a lot of shit, I mean, TV is going to be TV. They're going to find a way to make shows, different type of shows. They're going to, you know, what I start to notice nowadays is like, I feel like back then, what stations didn't really do as much of was take from the other stations. They more so created shit. Like, there was no other Married with Children. It was just one. That was it. During that time, there was no other show that was like that shit. Now it's like you got a hospital show on one show on one channel, a hospital show on another channel, a hospital show on another. Like every 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11 got a hospital show.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's still going on to this day.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Them shits that's crazy nowadays. When back then, the only hospital shows I remember was fucking ER.
Hospital? General Hospital?
Nah, that was a soap opera. My grandmother used to
soaps, nigga.
Let me tell you something. If I was in the house during the day,
2 o'clock.
Nope, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
My nigga, The Young
and the Restless. Yeah.
She only watched The Young and the Restless. Man.
Okay.
She watched that shit so much, I remember the main character's name was Victor Newman, my nigga.
Oh, Victor Newman. My mother used to watch All My Children.
Oh, my God. Those shows she used to watch that shit. I used to be sitting there. I never forget. I think I sat there like 2, 3 days. I was in the house. I was sick. By the 4th day, I was sitting there talking about, damn, I wonder what's going to happen. To look at myself like, man, if you don't get the fuck up, do a push-up or something.
You don't get the fuck up and go to school lunch, nigga.
Back when niggas was going to lunch for the summer.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Again, I grew up poor, nigga. That summer lunch,
Oh, shit. That was the
with
shit.
that orange ice cream pop, that Sunday, that orange sherbet like ice cream.
Yeah.
And then they had the ice cream with the vanilla in the cup.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Let me tell you
Instead of
something.
fucking square pizzas.
Square pizzas, the shells. We had the shells with the ricotta. It was supposed to be ricotta in the inside.
Yeah.
I
I used to go to breakfast, too, nigga.
don't think I ever made breakfast.
I used to go to breakfast and then go to the pool because the pool didn't open up till like 9:30, 10. So we used to go to breakfast and then go to the pool and then go to lunch and then go home and watch All My Children.
Definitely.
General Hospital ass niggas.
My grandmother used to watch The Young and the Restless. I'm sure she still watched that shit. And then if The Young and the Restless came on at 12 o'clock, by 12:15, one of my aunts was calling her. You watching? You seen what Victor just said?
Son of a bitch.
And all my grandmother's whole side is from Bermuda. They be on the phone from Bermuda, long distance, talking through the whole show. Or as soon as the show was over, my aunt Brand to pick up, call her. You seen the show, class? I'd be on.
Yeah.
Like, yo, shit, we get off this phone. That's back when you had to ask, can I change the channel?
Oh, shit. Literally, you had to get up and change the channel.
Literally, you had to get up and change the channel. Nigga, I remember being in my mom's crib and the knob on the TV fell off. You used to have to get the pliers.
The pliers.
And change the channel. If you change it too fast, you got that little shock.
Yeah.
That's when you used to go to 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and the U channel.
Yeah.
I don't know what they played on the U channel, but I know 13 used to play Bob Ross.
Bob goddamn Ross.
My nigga, I sit and watch Bob Ross like I was.
Bob Ross is Jewish. That's a Jew fro.
Let me tell you something. We're just gonna put a tree right here. We're just gonna put a tree right here.
That was talent.
Just beat the brush. Just beat the brush.
Lightly.
Just beat the brush. We're gonna take a little of this so-cone brown. I'll be like, what the fuck is so-cone? And a little bit of this cherry blue.
Is it cherry hair?
What?
At the same time, Bob.
And a little of this green, and we're just gonna mix it up. He always talk wild soft.
Yeah,
we're just
gentle than the
mix it
motherfucker.
up. You mix it up like this. And you just beat the brush. Just beat the brush.
Oh,
Then he'd be like, we're just gonna put a tree right here. Just right here. I'd be like, oh shit. By the time Bob was done, I'd be sitting there like, damn, Bob, I had crayons. My shit don't look like that.
Exactly. Yo,
My shit don't look nothing like this.
could you imagine the arguments he had with the rating people who's talking about, but what was the other nigga name? Mr. Robinson,
Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. Oh, he's killing you in the ratings. Killing me on the ratings? You see what the fuck I'm doing?
You can sell these paintings.
All that nigga
he
do
got
is
is
change
sweaters.
Yeah, all he do is change cardigans all day.
This nigga changing the one more blue cardigan. He changed them same rusty bum ass shoes to them same rusty bum ass sneakers.
He checked them choked up tennis shoes.
Oh shit.
A nigga said, I'm drawing circles around this motherfucker.
Nigga be like, okay, friends. He talked to somebody. The mailman would come for Mr. Rogers.
The puppet. It really wasn't the mailman. It was a puppet.
He was the mailman. So, oh shit, Mr. Rogers. That nigga would change that sweater. He would put on his sneakers, and the show was over.
What was the other dude? It was another dude. He used to talk to people, though. I believe he's still on. He had some black people on there, too.
Ooh, I remember Bob Ross. I remember Mr. Rogers.
Charles. Damn, what was the nigga name? It was the Charles something show.
Only Charles show I remember is Charles
In charge of my days and our nights. That's how I know you gay. Used to watch Charles in
and I
charge.
see Charles in charge of me.
That's how I know you was gay.
First of all, these niggas had wild money. They hired this nigga to watch their kids.
Dude,
Unbelievable.
you just asking for your kids to get raped.
Yeah, just fuck your whole kid's life up. You got this nigga watching your kids.
Oh shit.
He's fucking their life.
That was that right there. It was a spinoff. Who's the boss?
Who's the boss? Right.
See, they were stealing ideas back then too, nigga.
Who's the boss? Who's the Boss was like, but Who's the Boss? Well, no, Who's the Boss wasn't really different because that nigga was a housekeeper
The exact same thing, nigga.
and watched the little boy.
Yeah, he watched the boy, the girl,
The girl with his
Melissa.
daughter. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
The girl was
that
his daughter.
um,
And then he ended up getting with the lady.
yeah, I forgot her
Towards
name.
the end episodes,
Well,
I think
Angela.
they got married. Angela.
Yeah.
And Mona was the mother.
Yeah. Mona. Frisky ass.
Yeah, she was.
They took that idea and made Golden Girls, nigga.
Nah, Golden Girls was on already.
Not at the same time,
Yeah.
nigga.
Golden Girls was on already, bro.
As Who's the Boss? I'm
Yeah.
gonna look into that.
Golden Girls is a Google
I'm gonna look
nigga.
into that
Golden
because I
Girls
believe
is on.
that they spinned off.
Nah, Golden
took
Girls.
They took the Mona idea and they spinned off and made Golden Girls.
They might have took the Mona idea from the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
That shit was on.
Golden Girls, my nigga. Golden Girls. I'll keep it 100 with you. Golden Girls is hilarious.
Yo, that was. You know who my favorite one was? The old lady and the tall one. The daughter.
Dorothy. Dorothy's the daughter.
And the old lady.
They gonna kill me if I don't get her name right. I know it was Betty White. I don't know the
Frisky
name.
one.
The frisky one. The frisky one.
This hookah killing me today.
You gotta get your hookah skills up, nigga.
You made this one. It was Dorothy,
Blanche.
Blanche,
was the frisky one.
Dorothy, Blanche. Damn, what was the Betty White was like the dumb one from the
Yeah.
small town.
Yeah.
What the fuck was her name in that shit? Dorothy, Blanche,
Rose.
and I don't remember the mother's name because they used to call her Ma all the time.
Yeah.
Dorothy,
Yeah, she was
Blanche,
hilarious. She definitely was hilarious.
Rose. She used to talk about her daughter crazy. Crazy.
Reckless with the talk.
Wow, reckless.
She reminded me of so many grandmothers.
Oh shit! I
Reckless
remember
with
the
the
episode. She
talk.
was going on a date. The daughter was like, "Don't do nothing I wouldn't do." She was like, "I'm already doing it. I'm going on a date." I was just crying, man. Crying, bro.
Oh shit.
Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose. Rose was the slow one. Dorothy was the daughter, and Blanche was the one sleeping with everybody.
Yeah. Always on a date.
Always on a date. They kind of, you know what? They kind of mirrored that from like Sex in the City.
Yeah, I was about to say Sex in the City. Minus the mother.
Minus the mother.
Sex in the City.
Right.
100%. Same idea.
Sex in the
See,
City had the
they
one
was
that was
still-
frisky.
They were still in concepts
The one
back
that was
then
a little
too.
slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Biggs. Pause.
That's how I know you gay. You watch Sex in the City. The reruns,
shit.
nigga. What else used to come? You know, used to be my shit. Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm gonna be at my grandmother's crib, so I ain't have cable in my house.
Cable? There was no
grandmother's
such
crib.
thing as cable back then.
Now my grandmother had cable. I'll be at my grandmother's crib, HBO. I'll be watching The Crypt Keeper.
HBO.
Motherfucking what was it called? It was called The Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. After Tales from the Crypt went off, used to be this show that came on called Dream On.
Dream On. Yeah. Dream On was hilarious.
Dream On was soft
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah. Niggas used to, and the niggas just dream about having sex.
And
They ain't
everything
get no buns.
he would relate to would be TV shows that he
Yeah.
had watched.
Yeah.
Dream On, my nigga.
That was the whole concept. Him dreaming about
Yep.
having
He
sex
would talk
with
to
the TV
somebody
still
in their
on.
TV
Yeah.
show.
So he would watch TV show.
He would talk to somebody and the TV show would come to his mind about what to do, different shit like that. Dream On. That was my shit. That was soft porn. I ain't gonna lie.
Huh. What's
Dream
that
on.
bitch name? Robin Bird. She used to have a show, Robin Bird show. What's that her name? I know it was Robin. They used to come. Yeah, you couldn't stay up that late. Yeah.
Nah.
I think that she used to come on like 2 in the
For
morning.
some reason, after I watched Dream On, I was always tired.
Lights out. The Robin Bird show, my nigga.
After I watched Dream On, for some reason, I was always tired. Just the sleep just came over me.
He said, I was tired.
Yeah. Dream On, my nigga. And Dream On. What else you had? I don't know. I can't remember the other shit, but I mean, again, you start looking, you know what I'm saying, and you say to yourself, the more shit change, the more it stays the same, man. Like we talked about with fashion, these niggas is really walking around with fanny packs. Fanny packs. Champion made us a way back this year.
Champion, what
Champion.
they did was they seen they got all these other little companies. Let's venture with them.
Let's do what they doing.
No, they're venturing with them.
Yeah.
They allow you to put your name on the shirt, on whatever.
Let's make fanny packs.
Yeah. Champion got to deal with Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's make these ugly ass shoes niggas is running around in. Niggas wasn't wearing them. Them shit's like orthopedic shoes, bro. All of those Balenciagos and Kanye, them shits look like orthopedic shoes, bro.
You got to be a special kind of kid to wear them.
You ain't want to wear those shits when I was.
You got to be a.
Let me clear this up real quick. He said that, not me.
You got to be in this special kind of class to wear those.
Special kid. Your mother, not only your mother think you're special. Everybody think you're special when you wear those. You's a special motherfucker.
Yo, bro, that's not fashion, nigga.
I can't do it.
It's not fashion, bro.
But again, that part I don't think is, that don't come from. I mean, when niggas was like, I think I want to say maybe last year or the year before, MCM made a comeback when niggas was wearing the MCM outfits and the MCM bags.
Yeah.
That was shit. That was back in the 80s, 90s too.
Yep.
That was some Dapper Dawn type shit, like making those type of outfits.
Yeah. Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan, making
You
those
talking
type of
Dapper
outfits.
Dawn. You
Yeah.
talking about Mob. You talking
Right,
your
I'm
Mob
talking
shit.
Mob. I'm sorry, I apologize. Dapper Dan type outfits. In Queens, we didn't have Dapper Dan, and we
What you had in Queens?
Busy Bees.
Busy Bees.
Busy Bees.
Clothing designer?
Busy Bees was on Main Street. It's the only reason you would probably even go to Main Street was to go to Busy Bees because they had all the new shit.
Okay.
And they was going to have shit like fire shit you never seen before. He could have been buying it from somewhere else, but Busy Bees.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Vaughn's.
Vaughn's.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Yep. You had Vaughn's. Even before Vaughn made them shirts, he had a shop in my hood in Corona. Vaughn was on 100. Damn.
Is that Vaughn Dutch?
No.
That's not the same thing?
Vaughn was on 107th and Northern, I believe. 107 between 107 and 108th and Northern. Yep. I mean, in my hood it was different. So if you left Corona, you went to Main Street, you went to Busy Bees.
Mm-hmm.
If you stayed in Corona, you went to Vaughn's or you went to Junction. I grew up on 106. Junction was on 94th. I grew up on 106th and 34th Avenue. Junction was on 94th. And it was the whole shit.
But was you passing the hookah back then or no?
Nah, we wasn't passing.
Oh, you wasn't passing the hookah back then.
We
Okay.
was passing joints. We was rolling joints back then in white paper, nigga. All right? Niggas wasn't even
We was
buying
putting
no
the seeds in the
Dutches, and we was
motherfuckers.
putting seeds in the weed, nigga. Weed was popping and we didn't even know why back then. Nigga. And I don't mean
Smoking
popping in a
everything.
good way. I mean popping. The seeds was burning and
Nigga
popping
said,
a
I
little.
paid for it, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm smoking the motherfucker.
Smoking everything, man. Nigga just break the whole bag up and put it in a joint. That's
Nigga
back when
said-
you could get a nickel bag.
Yeah,
Man.
that nigga said the plastic and everything.
Everything, man. That's when you was smoking. What was that? Easy Rider?
Easy waters, yeah.
Easy Rider paper. White paper. Roll your joint. That's when you was a kid. If you found a little piece of paper, you would practice how to roll a little joint in
Yeah,
that
I
white
used to-
paper.
I used to find little clips in the ashtray with the fucking the metal shit, the holder shit.
Yep.
Just hit that motherfucker. That's why I'm a
Wasn't no-
crackhead now.
Wasn't no Dutchess and all that. Dutchess came a little later. We was smoking white paper.
Yeah, Phillies came before
Yep,
Dutchess.
Phillies came before Dutchess, but we was smoking white paper. Word.
She used to roll
Definitely.
Philly blunts.
Outside.
Heard that was for silly stunts.
Outside of school, when school was all the way over, my junior high school used to have this little courtyard to the side of the big courtyard. We would sit in that little courtyard, smoke weed, till our dumb asses got caught.
Shit. Pothead ass nigga.
Word. That was me. Shit. Mark.
God damn.
Eduardo.
This nigga's the fella rowdy.
Trina, Sawyer, Rosie.
God damn.
A lot of motherfuckers on one
Sounded
joint.
like a 6ix9ine record. I thought it was Treyway or No Way.
Nah, not me. Shout out to all of them, though. I just seen Rosie on the gram move to Texas.
She just got out of rehab.
I guess so. She's still smoking joints. Word. That's crazy. Castro, shit. Alfred, Fritz. We be out there smoking weed for no
Nickel
reason.
bags.
Smoking a nickel bag.
Nickelback. I remember in Harlem, niggas used to do the chocolate.
Yep. That was exotic back then,
Yeah,
nigga.
chocolate.
Chocolate was exotic back then.
Mm-hmm.
That was loud, nigga. That shit was exotic back then,
shit
nigga.
was-
That's the most you got was
That
chocolate.
shit was dirt, nigga.
Dirt.
Used to get the bags with the little chocolate Hershey Kisses on them. Oh, man.
Chocolate, nigga.
That's what niggas used to ride in OJs. You remember OJs?
Yep. Exactly.
You get an OJ $30 for an hour.
Nigga, that's when, if you knew a nigga, I was in junior high school, if you had somebody that was a little older than you, like I had an older brother, or niggas that you knew was a little older than you, they was on the block, that's back when they was giving crackheads 4 pieces and have they car all night type
yeah.
shit.
Yep.
You be in the car, dumbass, New Jersey Drive before New Jersey Drive, nigga. Just dumb for no reason, nigga. Ain't had nowhere to go. Just driving around and around and around and around. And one drug dealer see another drug dealer get a car. He called his fiend with the car. Yo, I need a car. I got 3 pieces for you. That nigga come now, everybody driving around and around the hood, doing nothing.
Niggas used to have the OJs with the systems.
Doing nothing. That's crazy. This shit different.
I remember when Blazers first came out.
The Trailblazer? Yeah.
No, Blazer, the regular Blazer.
The regular
Chevy
Blazer. The Chevy Blazer. Yeah.
Them shits used to look
Everybody
fire.
had them shits, nigga. I
Used to
remember when
have
the MVP came out.
Oh, man.
Listen, you're going to have to be a little older to listen to this episode right here. I ain't going to
Yeah.
hold you.
African niggas had the fucking, the Lincolns with the system in them shits.
Yep.
Everybody had a dog tent.
Everybody.
Every OJ had a dog tent.
Every single body, money. Everybody. Understand? That's when you was. That I remember when them MVPs came out.
That's when you used to get a nigga number and hit him on, text him on a fucking beeper.
Damn
I'm
sure.
on this block at this time.
That's it. 106, 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You call a nigga house. Hello? Miss Jones, Mike there? Can I speak to him, please? Thank you. Had to be polite, because if you got on the phone talking about, oh, what's up?
The whole
We speak to
transaction's canceled.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck is you calling my house? Fuck is it?
Whole transaction canceled.
Nigga, I get on the phone, my whole call, no bullshit, would be different depending on who I was calling. I get on the phone. Hello? Hello, how are you? Okay. Can I speak to Shaniqua, please? Oh, okay. I'll hold.
Those was the days. You talking about? You was just
She
setting
get
a
on the-
booty call?
She get on the phone. Hello? Yo, what's good, man? What's up? What's going on?
It wasn't even was good.
It wasn't
that,
what's
yeah.
good back then either. It was just
What's up?
Yeah. Different type of phone calls, man. Different all the way down. Or you had that one. You luck. You know when you used to luck up.
Oh, you talking
When I was
booty
younger.
calls? What you talking about? Which one? Get to booty calls?
You used to luck up when the girl had her own phone line.
Shit.
Her own home phone
I ain't never met a bitch like that.
No? Oh, see, it's Queens.
Never.
A little different than Queens, boy. When a girl had her own home phone line, you still wouldn't be able to fuck up, though. Because you had to be like, "Bing."
Yeah, wait for that
Wait
voice.
for somebody to say hello.
Yeah.
You didn't want to say no stupid shit.
Yeah.
What you wearing, girl?
Yeah.
Fuck your whole shit up. You get on the phone. And back then, you couldn't. Even if she didn't have her own phone and you called the house, you couldn't get on the phone. They'd be like, hello? Hey, what's up? Can I speak to Jenny, please? They'd be wild. What? Fuck is this boy? He ain't got no parents. He ain't got no man that's calling my house. And you couldn't call nobody's house after 8 o'clock. Do you know what time it is?
Yeah.
After 8 o'clock, somebody calling. You better come get this phone and tell this boy what time it is. That's what you better do.
Yeah, you got 15 minutes. Oh,
Then you get on the phone, you be talking. Somebody click. You still on the phone? Get off the phone. My grandmother used to do that shit to my grandmother. Pick up the phone in a heartbeat, click, start dialing numbers. She know I'm on the phone. First of all,
that's to get off the phone.
before cordless phones,
Oh.
the phone had the wire. You was in the kitchen. You would try to pull the wire as far as it would go
Yep.
and sit on the side. She would walk past me on the phone, walk up the stairs, go in her room, and pick up the fucking phone.
Wrap it
Boop,
up.
boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop. Hello?
Hello?
I be like, Mom, I'm on the phone. You just seen me. Oh, I gotta call. I gotta make a call.
Yeah,
You're
wrap it
you're gonna have to get off the. You're gonna have who you call. Who you talking to? Huh? You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to call this person back. Always be this person. I used to have this girl used to come to my grandmother's crib when I lived there to get me in the summertime almost every day. She wake up early, come get me. Every day my grandmother wake me up. Every day my grandmother made this bitch stand on the porch. She never would invite this little girl in.
Oh, man.
She would wake me up with the doors already open. Don't think that the door's locked and she's knocking. No, the door's open. She just don't want to walk all the way in to wake me up. Wake up! Yes, Mom. Yes. That girl out there again. Girl out there every morning for you. They don't make breakfast in her house? Oh, shit. I'm getting up right now. I'm going. What? Shit is just different nowadays.
Nigga, that used to
Cell
be
phones.
that used to be my Saturday afternoons on the phone, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, trying to get me something.
Trying.
At least I might pull something by 8 o'clock. Get something to come. May set something up to come over at 8 o'clock.
Trying. Hard, too. Listen, I remember you know what fucked me up? My mom's moved to the Bronx. When
How
she
that
moved
fucked
to the
you up?
Bronx,
Oh,
all
because
my
your
girls lived in
situation.
Queens, my nigga.
Oh, man.
You know what it's like to tell a bitch, hey, you got to take the 7 train to Grand Central,
Yeah.
and then take the 4 train to Fordham.
It's complicated.
Wait, what?
And back then, you ain't have no fucking, no train
Nothing,
schedules, no bus
nothing.
schedule. You got to walk to the
And you
bus.
ain't had no cell phone.
You got to walk to the bus to see the schedule.
To see what time it would come. You ain't had no cell phone, and on top of that, you would have to walk. She would have to call you when she got to the train
Yeah.
at your stop, so you couldn't even go outside.
Yeah.
You'd just be waiting there, like, damn, I wonder what stop she at.
Don't let Ma get on the phone.
To her, she gotta
It's a
be
wrap.
What? My mom's be on the phone talking about, oh, I'm on the phone. You gotta call him
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Ma, she at the train. Oh, well, I don't know. You got these little fast ass girls. My grandmother say that shit all the time.
Fast.
You little out here with these little fast ass girls.
You know Action Jackson.
Right.
I don't know what
You
you're
know-
trying for.
Talking about, the only thing open is legs and liquor stores. I hope so.
Yes. Those go perfect together.
Shit, I'm looking for legs and liquor stores. What you talking about?
Oh, niggas should open a liquor store called Legs and Liquor Stores.
I'm gonna have the boom boom room in the back, nigga.
Oh,
Legs
shit.
and liquor stores. We used to have a good time, though. I ain't gonna lie. My childhood was different. My shit was a little difficult. I had a lot of different shit going on with my childhood, but man, I tell people all the time, man, I wouldn't trade that shit in for the world, man.
I hear you, money.
Shit made me the man I am today. I wouldn't trade that shit in for the world.
We grew up kind of the same in the Bronx and Harlem.
Yeah.
No, kind of the same. I was a Bronx and Harlem nigga.
I was in Queens. I moved from Brooklyn to Queens. I moved from Brooklyn when I was in 2nd grade to Queens. I had been in Queens my whole life after that, after 2nd grade, all the way through. And it was just, we got hard times, but the hard times made us who we was. And that's what I tell people, like, it's difficult with these kids nowadays. I don't think they're used to hard times and shit like that. Like, they start doing things and going into the wrong places, and you ain't got to do all that, man. You ain't got to do all that. You're going to grow up. Be a kid while you could be a kid. That's what I tell people, and that's what older people should be telling people. Be a kid while you could be a kid, because you're going to be older a lot longer than you're going to be younger.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down.
Before we end it, I'm going to tell a quick story on the same token, because just probably like a couple of weeks ago, somebody was complaining about their cell phone was off, but they still was on Wi-Fi. And they was mad because their cell phone was off, and was getting mad at other people because they wouldn't help them pay their cell phone. And I'm thinking like, damn, niggas just tripping over a cell phone? And
Cell phone.
and the key to the cell phone is the Wi-Fi.
Tripping. Bugging out.
Are you set tripping
Over a cell phone.
that you ain't gonna call nobody on?
No. You're going to text somebody or something.
And you can still get a text to certain apps.
Right.
You could text without having a cell phone
This shit
service. All you need is Wi-Fi.
These kids ain't never going to know what it's like to stand on a corner, man. And wait for your friends to come, because you was the first one that got here. You can't call nobody.
Let's wrap it up.
Listen, we all the way appreciate you listening. What goes around definitely comes around.
Mm-hmm.
The more shit change, the more it stay the same. I promise you. When you go outside, after you listen to this, just look at your neighborhood. If you're in the neighborhood that you grew up in, look around and look at that neighborhood. It's not just gentrification. I mean, that's a big part of it, but it's not just that. A lot of things just change.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. But the more they change,
More they stay the same.
more they stay the same. Word. Cuzzo.
Thank y'all for listening. Nobody told you they love you today. I love you. Get where you going safe. Have a good night, and God bless us.
Don't throw the brick and hide your hand.